Remember Metroid Prime, a 2002/2003 first-person adventure game? I wouldn't really call it a shooter. Some people might call it like a first-person shooter. I wouldn't really call it that though, because I guess gameplay-wise it doesn't play like a shooter too much. There's also big exploration and puzzle-solving elements in there, so it much rather is similar to, for example, a Zelda, you could almost say. Also, I guess structurally very similar to the 2D Metroid games. And this was very much the first Metroid game, not only in 3D, but also developed by a studio in the US. So not by the original developers of the Metroid games. And I do remember that back then a lot of people were kind of afraid that it would suck, that they would do a poor job and it wouldn't really live up to the previous Metroid games, but until this day, actually one of the like most critically acclaimed games of all time, I think, on like game rankings, or is it even game rankings? It's something like that, a page like that. It's still one of the like top 10 best rated games of all time. It's really kind of crazy when you really think about it. Because a lot of stuff has come out since, and god damn it, they're really giving me a hard time, aren't they? Just gotta blow them up like that. But yeah, it's kind of crazy when you really think about it, and it's totally is deserved. So I've never played through the entirety of the game. I just very recently got this. So I guess in that sense, it's gonna be a similar episode to, for example, the Silent Hill 2 one that I did, or also the Ninja Gaiden one, because I've just never managed to play through it. I never owned it when I was younger. Only now I'm going back and playing through it, and I'm having a blast. Really, really am, because this game is designed super well. It basically tickles everything that I want to have tickled. Because structurally, it is super similar to, also, I guess, a Dark Souls, you could almost say. Because in this game, you're constantly running around trying to figure out stuff, getting new things, new upgrades, new items that you then basically are going to try to use on puzzles that you maybe ran into much earlier in the game. So it's constantly this back and forth, which of course is going to piss off a lot of people, but I love it. So like constantly this back and forth, trying to figure out puzzles, trying to find solutions to rooms you've been to before, but only then, because of the fact that you picked up something new, think you have the solution for. Right, let's kill these. And in that sense, it's really awesome. It's really well designed. You constantly have these visual, they are like clues almost. For example, I just very recently got a like ball boost upgrade. Let me see what this is all about. Should show me something on the map, yeah. Right. So over there, I can't go there, can I though? Huh, I don't know. I'm not too sure yet. But what was I saying even? Now I completely forgot what I was gonna say. That kind of sucks, because I feel like I was gonna say something important. Doesn't matter though. Instead, I'm just gonna tell you that. Oh right, I do know. I do remember. Right? Yes. So I got this. Sorry, by the way, but I got this boost upgrade for my morph ball that I have showed off. Yeah, totally have. And when you first got this, there was like this half-pipe section that you had to use in order to leave the area that you got the ball in, or that boost upgrade at the very least. And now what I'm actually doing right here is going back to a place where I've seen such a half-pipe before, just so that I can then maybe get something new out of it. Don't know what that's going to be, whether it's actually going to be like progress, me advancing in the game, or just much rather me getting an upgrade, because it's gonna be either one of those. Usually when you then have a new item, you can then use that at various locations to either get to new areas or get some kind of upgrade, and we'll now see what this is gonna be. So basically, I did say that it was similar to Zelda before, but I kind of want to go into a little bit more detail when it comes to that, because, yeah, as I was saying, it's basically very similar to a Zelda game, just in first person. So, lots of like new items for you to pick up and then make use of. It's an interconnected world. It kind of has an overworld, but it's not really that too much. And oh yeah, this is also where I remember that half pipe being, so let's see. Oh, there's something up there actually. That's probably just gonna be an upgrade, so I guess that's a little unfortunate, but at least something, right? Oh my god, come on, just get in there. Get in there. Come. Oh, I'm almost making it. It's gonna happen. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep talking while I do this. Alright, there it goes. Missile expansion, big fan of it. Okay. But yeah, you're doing that kind of stuff, and then only like the combat is where you then have the shooter mechanics. And I do have to say that it is kind of strange to play this game in 2014, because it controls weirdly. I mean, for the time, this was how shooters just played. This controls very similar to, for example, GoldenEye. I don't know if you guys have ever played that on the N64, but it has like tank controls essentially. You don't use your right analog stick in order to aim. Much rather you use the left analog stick to, I don't know, just kind of sway your crosshairs from left to right. So this is me actually using left and right on my left analog stick, and then this is forward, this is backward, and you cannot use any like actual 3D aiming unless you hold down R, and only then can do it. So it's kind of strange to play this, and I do have to admit that I had to really get used to that. It was strange for me, it absolutely was. At the same time though, the GameCube pad is not really the best for first-person games in general, and I feel like they did a fantastic job with this, because otherwise it probably would have played terrible. I don't even know if there's a single first-person shooter / first-person game on the GameCube that controls the way you would expect those games to control. They control very old-school style, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that it's not too accessible when it comes to the controls, because it does make it a little bit more interesting, at least in my opinion. A lot of people are going to be annoyed by that, and I mean I couldn't blame them. It's strange as all heck in 2014 to play a game like this, but I'm really amazed by it. And it's just that the fact that it is designed so well totally does basically outweigh that minor negative that it plays a little bit clunkily, totally outweighed by just the design, because it's so cool. It's so cool to always have these weird theories in your head, right? Dark Souls does it very similarly. You constantly find new stuff and then think, well, maybe that's going to help me in that situation that I wasn't able to solve before. And here you do exactly that. You find new shit, you then have this strange, crazy, ridiculous theory in your head that you then pursue and hopefully can solve. I really like it. There should be some wasps for me to fight, and I guess I'm going to show off some more shooter mechanics here just because I haven't really done that too much so far. But yeah, you basically just lock on. You use the A button to attack, which is also kind of funny. But I don't know. It functions. It's not the best shooter, but it's a really amazing adventure game. There's gonna be more of those. God damn it. Anyway, just gonna fight him, I guess. Don't really have a choice, because I need it to be rather safe and quiet here. Or are they just gonna keep respawning? Because I don't think these hives keep spawning them. At least they don't always do that. Or I should much rather say that they've never really done that. But it does annoy me quite a bit that they're now spawning so many wasps up there. So I believe that there's... Oh my god. Jesus, come on. Leave me alone. I don't really need you right now. Instead, I want to get that missile expansion. There's another one there that I just found. Let's see if we can get there rather quickly. But anyway. So, as I said, it's a fantastic adventure game. I'm really, right now, having a lot of fun with it. And a lot of people are going to be annoyed by the backtracking. Absolutely are. And I totally get that. It's not something that a lot of people are comfortable with. A lot of people just want to have like a very, very... like a rather epic and quick, easy to pull off experience. Right, a lot of people are going to want to just sit down rather casually and be able to play through a game without thinking too much. This is not the game for those kind of people. This is a game where you really have to get invested into everything, like the puzzle solving, the world, how it's set up, and really pay attention to all of the clues that the game gives you in order to then solve its puzzles. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get there. Instead, it much rather seems like, yeah, I'm going to have to then enter that whole blue section using this room, which I can't because I don't have the wave beam yet. And then I will be able to go there, leave that blue tunnel, come out of that door, and only then swing over. Because I do believe that there was some kind of grappling hook thingy there. Yeah, that's the one right there. So you can use a grappling hook on that in order to get over there. But of course I don't have that grappling hook yet, so... Yeah, you're gonna be stuck a lot in this game too. I mean, there's always a decent period of time where you then have everything you wanted and can just go out and explore and find new things. But then there's also going to be that time where you absolutely just do not know what you need to do and run around and try to find new stuff. And I like that, but as I was saying, a lot of people are not going to really enjoy that. So I guess by all the description, you're going to be able to figure out for yourself whether it's a game that you'd enjoy or not. I'm really part of that one camp, the one that enjoys Metroid Prime, is super excited to play more of this, beat it, and then also start playing the other Metroid games. I got both the first and the second one for GameCube. The third one is for Wii. And I don't even know how I'm going to be able to play that because my Wii just broke essentially. It won't read discs anymore. Everything else works. It's just that. And I mean, that's a big and shitty thing to break. That's a big part of it. Being able to read the actual games. So I will have to see whether I can maybe get a new one or get it fixed, so that I can then also play Corruption, which is the third in the Prime series. I don't know. I guess there's not too much more that I can say about this, so I'm probably going to end it rather soon here. It's cool. I really like it. I'm gonna play the shit out of this. I'm totally gonna try to beat it. Wait a second. Is that another missile expansion? Oh my god. There's totally stuff for me to do. I love it. I really like it. When you first go through this area, you cannot access this whatsoever. You don't have the morph ball yet. They do give you all the items at the start though. Like in the first introductory level that you play, so basically like the prologue tutorial kind of section, you have all the upgrades and have to use all the upgrades, I think. They basically, yeah, I think they actually make you use all of those upgrades. Can I not destroy that? Oh, I think I know what I have to do. God, I love this. There's so much puzzle solving here. I'm such a big fan of it. See, now I have to destroy this. That's going to move the block out of the way, and then I can go up there. So yeah, what was I saying again? Right, in the prologue level they make you use all the items so that you, when you then enter the actual world, this very, very large interconnected world right here, you then, when you see stuff, you know what you basically have to use there. And then, of course, first of all, have to find it. And it's really cool like that, because, as I was saying, when you first come here, you see that and you're like, ah, shit, I'd so love to get that. But only later you can then come back and do that. And I really like it. So, that's gonna do. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would highly, highly suggest checking this game out if you haven't done so already. If you have played this, certainly let me know how you feel about it, how you liked it. And, yeah. I guess that's gonna do it for this Remember episode. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back with a completely different game. I haven't really decided yet, but it's sure as heck gonna be either super exciting or super lame. Because I feel like I need to check out a bad game again and just try to ask if you remember that as well. So, yeah, with that out of the way, see you next time. Goodbye.